Hello everyone, this is Pedro for PokerVIP.com. Just came back from EPT Barcelona. Very tilt, not good result there. And back to the green. Now we open raised here the ace jack to 3.5 big blinds because the fist is in the big blind, and we are going to continue bet here, not very big. Okay, we have a small showdown value hand, and now we have also the flush draw on the overcards. And he's telling me with this sizing, he's telling me he doesn't have a big hand. I think we have to add some full equity to this hand. I think this is a very profitable because even if we are called, we have a lot of equity against him, and sometimes we are going to extract a lot of value, and he's falling sometimes also. And now we have the SPR of 1 in the river, which means we can go for a big value against him. Sometimes he have a5, ace5 most likely. Sometimes not likely, but have the fourth. And sometimes he have some pocket pairs like 8, 7, 6s of course. Not really too much to think here. Just go ahead for the max value. See what he does. Doesn't look like a carry hand. Okay, good news. This is a good start. Let's see what he had. He had the smaller flush draw. Nothing in the flop actually. His flop call gives us a lot of information. He's calling with just small overcards and the runner. We're taking down this one. And then in turn he donks bet half pot, which is also valuable information for us. We did very good in raising. We were destroying actually his hand. Yeah, that's this check 4. And the Reva is very obvious. But we need to remember all of this in this hand against this particular player. Remember the flop action and the turn action. Maybe I even mark this hand. Okay, this is a fold. He reloaded. Good news for us because we have imposition in a big table. And then we have 2-3-6 table. This one is shallow one. Not a good table actually. And this one is deep stack, but a lot of short stack in there. Needs to fall here, open raising under the can. He pushes and another push. This range is strong. Quite strong actually. Ace jack suited more, ace queen off more. 7, 8, but this one is super strong. Probably ace queen more, 10s more, so needs to fall. Yeah, exactly. Ace queen, queen. It's a game. I'm going to make a small bluff here because we have absolutely no showdown equity. Free betting ace queen from the small blind with 55 blinds. And now we have to fold. Cannot do a move here. because right now they have only 20 big blinds. I cannot open this hand when the blinds are so short stack, and then you cannot open raise a lot on the button. They defend very good. Oh. They defend very easily, pushing and calling pre-flop and check raising flops and taking you to showdown often. You need to have a tight range in the button. It's a good table. It doesn't have a lot of sense free betting here. It's just better to flat call two big blinds with a lot of implied thought and see a flop with position against this player. And this one, it's borderline between defending or not. We are going to defend because 100 big blind, but it's not very clear. Okay, now I think a small bet is in order. I'm not really sure what this means. Maybe some kind of showdown hand like pocket pairs. Sometimes he have an ace or four, or maybe king. Maybe king high. I think I'm going to bet, and again very small, to see if we can get a cheap showdown. We are not getting a lot of value from fours and that, neither from king high. And I think this is enough information to fold. This kind of players making check mini raises, even if I bet small, I don't think I am inducing any action from his bluffs here in a very dry spot, so just fold. Okay, have a new table here. Quite standard. This spot, I not really like betting again. It is profitable for sure, but maybe when we got check raises, this is a disaster. We cannot call and losing a lot of equity. Not really sure, but I'm going to check this one. I think he hit a lot, and his range, the 8 is not good for us. Not really sure, but I think the checking turn is good. Quite, I wanted to bet 15 or something like that, not that big, but that's okay. Okay, need to leave some tables. Let's see if I can find some good tables or not that good. This one looks good. Not really, but I don't mind playing 4 regulars if we have an empty seat there. Although this one is not very good for me because it's not in position. I don't have position with the empty seat. It is better to have. So if the recreational player joins the table, you have position on him, but that's fine because I want to have some interesting hands for you guys to watch and hopefully can teach you something. So it's fine to play regs, and only 4 tables we can focus on them, make rest. somehow make some move, and then usually I'm going to flat call this hand, but this player never falls to free bet, and I'm just free betting him for value because his calling range is quite loose, and there are a lot of hands who I dominate. He's falling anyways. Usually against your standard regular, I just flatting call king queen because it flows very good and plays easily post flop. But when the players doesn't fall to free bet, they are calling you with king jack, king 10 suited, even worse hands that you dominate, and you play very good for stacks. Folding this one needs a lot of fold equity against this player. No position, just let it go. And we are going to check call again. It's not. I mean, this player raising there, very short stack, and second barrel in here. Actually, I want to fold. Not really sure if I can, but he's only betting for value or some space. He have nothing else, and he have no worse jacks. Then I think I can fold. He's very tight player. I think this is the kind of tendencies of the rollers we can exploit, and then when you can exploit a right folding, you have a big folding these hands. I mean, with 20 big blind, you have a very big act with him. Not really sure if I did good or not, but I think in this particular spot his second barrel range is very tight and has dominated. That's why I fold. Alright, this is a blind versus blind situation. Folding because only 20 big blind here. We're barreling again. This is for value. He have sixer, he have hearts, he have sometimes ace high, even some random floats. 7-6, and I mean 7-5, and that kind of gut shot. Overcard sometimes. And while we wait for good tables, I'm going to rockfest a little bit. There. When you need to play a full rock table, make sure, again, I say empty seat is on your right if you can. That have positive expectation. And here we are betting very small. We don't need to bet big. He's giving a lot of information on his hand. When he calls, he at least have king jack. This is the worst hand on his range. He usually have the queen or the ace. Just check behind. There is not much we can do in these spots when they fight back. Especially this kind of player with a lot of gap between VIP and PVR. Just let it go. Let's see if we can get some action from Squirty. This hand I'm going to forward because he free bets a lot in the blinds. I open raise a lot in the small blind. He folds a lot to forward, and then this is a hand when if I have a little bit better, I can call the free bet. But this is the first hand I cannot call the free bet. Therefore, I when polarizing forward. This is the next hand you need to use. And now this is an interesting hand. We have a topper with no kicker. We're committed at this point of the hand. Need to, because it's very dry, we are going to continue with quite small. This is a forward, we cannot do much against. He open raises 70, but right now he's very big. We cannot min raise 5 on anything. And now the king is a card that fits better with our range. Sometimes we have ace king or queen queen, but I'm not really sure if we need. Yeah, we're going to put a king. Because I think this is a card we are going to bet always. And I'm not folding in a 4-bet pot in blind versus blind. I'm not folding top pair almost never. And because the king is a card we are going to bet probably a lot, we have or not, or we haven't. He's going to fight it back a lot, as well. He have a monster actually, but the small opportunity he have, maybe ace queen, something like that, he's going to fight back also. Sometimes not really sure, but what I know is in 4-bet pots SPR are very small, and especially blind versus blind you cannot fold a lot of hands. And now, as we said, we were playing 4 regulars, but the recreational player come just into our right. This is very good for us. Okay, here I open raising the button, he's defending, peel the turn, and then we need to. He hit a lot in this spot, we do the same. And now I'm not really sure in this. I think this is very close between betting and checking in hand, because a large percentage of the time he have the jack or a big 9, but also sometimes he have queen 10, king queen, 8 10. So this hand you need to analyze it later in the with Flopzilla and the application. And I think very small value is in order. Just in case he have, I'm not really sure if this is a good value, because he have also some ace high in his range. Maybe this was a mistake and we have to check behind the river. But this is the kind of hand who looks like simple, but it's quite complicated, and because it repeats a lot, and again, and at the end of the month, you play a lot of hands like this, and you need to be better than me. That I'm not really sure about this, and then you need to know if you have to bet the turn or not. So mark for later review, and then analyze it with Flopzilla, Card Runners, if I love, whatever you usually make. This is a very clear fold. Alright, I'm going to reload here, because I think this player is worse than us, and because this player is not good anyway. Also, we are doing good. I usually play full stack, usually, but sometimes when the worst player in the table have not a lot of stack, because I think I'm much better with 20 big blinds than the medium reg, because I played a lot of cup games before. So if I think I can get some edge with playing 20 big blinds, I just do it. There is no shame on it. Okay, that's a little bit of relax, no hands in a while. So nice work. Getting profit of our 4-3 half of suit. We are not open raising this hand no matter what because he's not tight enough for do that. Remember, for opening this kind of hands, the big line must be a rock, a real need. He's not, so just you can mark the folding. Just to accelerate. Here we like to open a lot of hands because this player is very weak and we want to play with him, but it's sort of it's not just not enough. You need at least, I think, ace 8 or better ace 9 off, or any ace suited will do. Same way we are going to go flat call here. See the flop in position in a multi-way spot with a drawing hand, a good drawing hand. Don't squeeze, please, don't squeeze. This particular spot, I think it is better just flat call, but you can free bet, but it's like a little bit of bluffing preflop because he's not going to call with worse never. Oh. And he's forwarding you with better and just not getting value from your hand. Well, you can do it anyways because he falls to free bet a lot, so almost any hand you free bet to him is profitable, but we want to play hands in position. Good hands dominate 10 ranges hand. This hand dominates his range sometimes because he have a lot of suited aces, jack 10, jack king jack, everything. That's why you want to play this hand in position against him. This one is not enough to defend. He's not full stack and this very dominated hand. Tight, strong range, just fall. And here the open raises only 22 in the bottom. Not a lot of hands, but he's not a lot of players, so therefore. And here he checks, and we are going to check behind because we have some nice audience value. I don't think we are making better hands to fold in the turn in this spot. And now I think we need to bet for value, but not big. We want calls from some aces, maybe 8, maybe not likely to have 10s because he will have second barrel, but we need to bet there. We cannot allow so much flexibility for his showdown hands to see the showdown that chip. Okay, we are definitely going to defend this against his 70% open raise in the bottom. And this special player doesn't continue with a lot, and he didn't. And we are going to attempt totally bluff check raise here. I think he's betting a lot of times there, and I don't think he has the jack never. And yes, of course he can have the ace, but his 70% range means sometimes he has the ace, but most likely he doesn't have it. And our line represents sets ace3, ace2, sometimes flush draw. We have a lot of things to represent. Nothing of there complete. He have most likely sodium value. This was just one street bluff, and because he sometimes have the clubs, but most likely have a sodium hand like an ace or an ace. Most likely, so we are just. This is yeah, he had the ace. So I think our bluff is good, but he just has the. He was in the top of his range, that's why our bluff missed, but I think it is good. Because I feel he's in this spot and the ace on turn, his 70% of the hands are there and betting the flop. So there is a lot of fold equity. He's folding a lot to this rise. That's why, and didn't have a lot of sense to bet the river. Because the same, because if he folds a lot in turn, the calling range is strong. Just so, just in the river it's better letting it go. We don't have a nice success percentage. Okay, go on. King queen in the bottom. Obviously committed with him. Open raising this one a little bit borderline, but and just continue it here. Mr. Recreational player. His hands just bet, see what happens. Always when having equity, flush draw and overcard, and probably a second overcard, just in position, bet. And now, this is a terrible spot for us. I don't think he's bluffing, almost never in this spot. We are cut off, but the worst hand he can have is a flush draw, and they usually are bigger than us. This is a pair board, we are just folding this hand. It's no same, it's just better off folding and moving on. Okay. I'm thinking about open raising this hand. He have 25 big blinds and he have 40 big blinds. They are quite short stack. Yes, it's better folding. It's better to fold. I'm looking for a new table. Because this one is not good and small. And I think I found a new one. Let me try it. No, this is not good. Okay, sorry guys. I'm with you again. Now, this is a player who I suspect to be not strong. We are going to test him, play a few hands, see what he does, then reevaluate. Not really sure about this one. His range is not strong. He's going to free bet all his value hands, and this one I just don't know, have no information on him. Just Not really sure if this is a call, but we'll give it a try. And this is a spot where we can try some checker raises bluffs, because it's very dry, and if he's the kind of player I suspect, he's not aware, because in this spot, in this board, no one has nothing almost never, and not really sure if he knows it, and he can be more willing to fold than a strong player. A strong player is calling here with ace high, almost any pocket pair, and that this is obviously a very card for us because the ace is definitely on his range, and I am not sure we can. If he has the 10, he's going to call another street at least, I think. I'm not sure if we can still bluffing. We have the gut shot, we have the overcard to the king. Let's give it a try. Just oh, maybe that's better. Maybe it's better just check. I'm not really sure if his range have a lot of aces or a lot of tens. This says to me his range is more of aces than tens, and I'm thinking about overbetting all in this pot. I'm representing sets, I'm representing 5-4. I don't think he have an ace, I don't think he's going to call with a 10, so go ahead, go for it. I think this is a good spot to do it. We need him to fold 2 or 3 times, more or less. I think he's folding the tens. Yeah. Nice hand. Let's give it, because sometimes we think this is a good spot, we do that, we win. We think we are the best player in the world, but maybe just played bad and got lucky. So when playing big hands in a weird way, just save it for review later and think about it slowly when not playing. This is very important, of course, when you want to learn poker. It is a very important part of your to-do list. Not everything is playing. He reloaded quite fast. This is a fold, cannot defend there. And this usually means he's a regular, or at least not a face. Probably a good player, but I'm going to try a little bit more. I want to play some hands with him. He's an unknown for me, but let's see. He didn't make any bad move so far. Okay, not getting a lot of action here today. Actually, we had some interesting hands, but not a lot. We just not being dealt a lot of hands to play, not a lot of premium. Not a lot of hands to defend the big line. This one is not enough. I think it's not enough. If this player was worse player, maybe I'd be more inclined to, but they are good players. No, this is just not enough. We need a little bit more high cards or more connected. Okay, this is open racing. And this one we are open racing too. We like to open race all decent hands on the button, no matter what, who is there. If they are full stack. When playing full stack, blinds defend worse, much worse. It's very hard to defend with bad hands. When you defend with very bad hands, you have implied reversal implied odds. You are very prone to get value bets from bigger hands. It's not easy to play out of position, and therefore in the button you need to open raise a lot, play out of hands, push them a lot, apply pressure on that. And we are going to defend this one because he raised the previous button so far and this only mini raise. Let's see what happens. Flop absolutely nothing. He checks back. He checking back in this spot means to me usually he's not going to fold to bet. He have most likely a queen. That's what usually players do. Sometimes 8, 6. I don't think he's folding to a bet. Sometimes he have ace 10 or ace 9. And I think we have no fold equity here, or at least we don't have a lot. Yeah, he had a 6. Very important in this hand, he open raised the button with 6-2 off, which means he's opening 100%. So we need to adjust. We are going to defend him a lot, free bet him a lot. Check raise the flops a lot because his range is very weak. Otherwise, no matter what is the flop, his range is weak. Okay, this is a free bet pot where we are going to continue and probably, let me check. I don't think we were going to bet again in a neutral card, but this one we need to bet more, get value from his kings. Remember, he open raised a lot, and then these players have a wide call free bet range, and you need to value bet them. Okay, this is a very easy value, but you need to value bet them very thin and bluff them often also. Going to defend this one. Not the best odds, but the position with this player is very. We need to capitalize the position here. And then free betting here. Going to build this one. And I'm tempted of donking bet here. Can do a lot of money if we hit the 4 and the face have the ace too. And I think we have some nice fold equity. We hit somewhat. He doesn't hit a lot. Just the ace came. He's going to put a lot of pressure on us. His range improved a lot. Our range is worse. Just let it go. And this is a pretty easy fold. We cannot we cannot call for the gut shot, and now I think he's on a premium hand, or at least ace anything spades, and he probably have something in the range of 5-4, ace 5, 6s, anything like that. This kind of hands. And here, value betting, and because our hand is very vulnerable, he's on a premium hand or a very big flush draw. It's not. I think he's weak because he's dunking very small. That this is what fishes do with small hands, like in this case a3 or a5 for something. See that? He's quite a very bad player. We need to play him ever and ever, anytime we can. It is important if you, for example, do like me and do play a lot of different stakes, and then you play 3, 6, 5, 10, 10, 20, sometimes 25, 50, and when you get a table like this, I'm not sure what to do, just let it go. When you get a table like this in the higher stake you play, or one of the higher, and have position on such a very fast player, and then you need to play the most of time you can. I mean, maybe you are planning this session to be smaller, but when you are going to close it and then he's still with a lot of money, then I don't want to say if you have something to do in the real life, do it, of course. If you are going to meet someone and then okay, that's fine, close the computer and go, but you need to have some flexibility to allow yourself to play very good tables for long periods of time. If you are just planning to close your session and watch a TV series or a movie, just don't do it. Keep playing with him. This table is more profitable than the other three together. One second. I think I found a new 1020. Oh yes, I did. So we are going to close this one, and we have a brand new 1020 table. Okay, open raising under the gun, and this raise means a lot of strength. Usually, just let go. Needs very nice hand to call here. This is a weak player also. Have some nice tables now. This is not good. He's unlucky, he's playing a lot of hands, and when we have a nice one, he's folding a lot, but no problem, just keep playing. Alright. Not enough. MB. Fold. You need also to make sure that, because these players usually play one table, maybe two, but they usually play one table, and then when we spend a lot of times in pre-flop decisions and the action is very slow, they just get bored and sometimes leave, and then because before we saw this player checking behind with showdown value hands, I think he's polarizing a lot. He's continue betting, and he's continue betting a lot with absolutely nothing, and I think we can make him for. We needed to bet somewhat big. This was a mistake, but I think we need to re-raise this flop always. We need to free bet bigger. That was a mistake, yeah. 96 will have been a nice sizing, because we are not representing a lot with such a small bet. In this draw we were playing very deep stack, and now we need to follow. Nothing. He's have some nice strength. But he's a very good player who wins a lot of hands with a just fall. With a very high 1-1 south flop. Cannot do more but raising bigger and being sure. Here we need to think about his range, who comprise a lot of almost every pocket pair, and sometimes ace queen, sometimes king queen, who is going to fold. And now this is also a very good player. I remember sometimes I just jammed here and he folds, but I don't think we have enough equity because I think he have a lot of pockets, even the sets, and sometimes a slow plays which we are totally dead. Not really sure about this hand anyway. We'll mark for later review. Then I'm going to free bet here for value because this player is open raising almost everything, and it is nice to play with position with just broadways. They are fine. He folds. And Mr. Esquibuli checks to us. And his far hard range here have a lot of aces, have a lot of pockets. Pockets are folding, but I think we just going to take the freebie and check for unfolding a lot. And here we open raise and the 40-50 calls. And because there are a lot of hands, a lot of draws and everything, we are going to bet very big. This one I fold. I'm weak, I know. And he folds. Unluckily to us, he folds. Now this is a defense spot. See what happens now. We flop the gut shot and the nut flush draw. He's going to continue it like always. Although he's not a player to continue it a lot, I think he's going to continue it here always. And then I think we have too much equity to just check call, so we are going to free bet for value. And we are obviously in the flop, we are committed, of course. Okay, he calls and he cannot have the nut flush because we have it. He can have the queen, but mostly of his range are the bigger part of his range are aces, and the paired board now is very bad for us because sometimes he have aces or jacks and we are dead, drawing dead. So this is a very bad card for us, and our range is quite worse. And because he have a lot of aces in his range and we cannot bluff here. If we were to bluff, we should do it overbet, which I'm not pretty sure will work. And I think we are not taking further action here and just taking down. I'm giving it to him. And whoa. Wow, we miss a very big opportunity here of bluffing. He has the only hand who is not an ace, who's profitable to call with because I have the gut shot, the king high, and that very high flush draw. But saying his hand, you can feel a little bit depressed about not bluffing the river. But given his range, I think it's not bad. Okay, the fan. We have hit a small chunk of the flop. He should not continue with a lot here because we don't have. See, he doesn't have a lot of fold equity, so we need to assume his range is not strong, but he don't have ace 2 off. He have some kind of hand. This is the kind of card who is very good for our range, but it's not good for our hand. I'm going to just fold if he bets again, because the card is good for our range. Complete a lot of 2 pairs and some jack 8, some jack 10. And now I don't want him to value bet with a 9, and I don't want him to take behind with a 6. I know I cannot extract a lot of value from a 6, but just this is the kind of bet, just to do everything. It's a blocking, it's a value for the 6, it's a blocking for the 9. The paired jack helps him calling with the 6. Sometimes he have ace 8 and we cannot allow him to free showdown. It just work. This player call preflop 16 in the battle, what means we need to try to take some hands from him. Traditional players have a lot of king, but this one 16% is too much and we need to fight. Okay, we float the flush draw here in a nice high spot, freeways. The open racer checks behind. This hand we are playing very deep. This player, I don't have information on this player, but I can assume he's going to bet here a lot because he's not strong. My range is quite weak, and I think we can add some fold equity to the hand and make it more profitable, just re-raising the flop. Squeeze. This is a very loose player, very loose player. And here this is very good because sometimes we make better hands, or at least same hands fold like queens. Sometimes he can even fold an ace. I think we need to call here. I think we are ahead of his range right now because we open raise 72%. Remember, this includes every suited hand, hands like 10-7 off, and that. And this is not a good card for him to bluff. He's going to bet almost only for value. We should fold. Even we have a good shot, but we have, if he bets, we fold. We need to free bet here, for bet here. And this is a good card for him to bluff, but I don't think. Oh, He had the 5. So remember what I said? We are ahead of his range in the flop. Yeah, of course we are, because his 70% is betting this flop otherwise. So we need to analyze a lot with hands like Queen 5 offsuited. Pues yeah, we are ahead. We are 75% on the flop. This player only open raises 38 in the small blind and almost never fall to a free bet. We are playing very deep. I want to play this hand with him. He's going to call with wars. He's 4-betting me sometimes, but I can call the 4-bet and play good against his polarized range. A quite dry board. He's folding a lot. And we have a very nice draw. We need to bet and bet again the turn and then decide on the rival. Okay, this player just call our free bet. And I don't think he have set very a lot. And we are going to play for stacks if we can. And or make him. I think he's going to fold a lot of hands, like small jacks here and everything. So in this spot we were committed, and now I'm very prone to think he have aces or kings or jacks, but we have a lot of equity against everything. Now we are going to push no matter what. It's just to. We have at least 15 outs. If we are not ahead, he can have ace there. This betting small. This is a super card for us. He can put us in a draw and call with smaller and jack, and he's totally dead if you do that. Wow! Really, man? He hates me. He absolutely hates me. Have you seen that? This was for almost 200 big blinds. Yeah. We need to record this hand. We need to remember this player is going to get mad at that. He's going crazy things. Yeah, of course. I can be in a draw, but not otherwise. And now this is 200 big blinds also. Not really sure what is the 4-bet sizing correct. We'll try this one. I don't think we can fold kings when playing 10-20 with these very aggressive players, and so if he 5-bets we are going to 6-bet and we are not folding. Okay, we are going to raise over the limper here. 4 blinds will do. They sometimes fold. When they fold it's so profitable for us, and when they call they usually, not always, but usually call to hit, and when they don't hit they fold, who is also very profitable for us because they don't hit often. This is, if you can do this 1 million times you will be rich. It's very profitable. blind versus big blind. Remember the ranges are very wide. This player is calling me 40% of the hands, maybe more because I open raise a lot, so more than second pair. This is a very clear value bet, at least. Very likely to bet another bullet in the turn. If called, of course. And sometimes, quite a lot sometimes, betting the river too. Need to open tightly in this button. They go good players, and this one especially very loose player. You need to follow here your Broadway because he's opening from under the gun. You need to be more in late to see flows with this hand. Okay, fall here, open raising. And I don't know what to do here. I think we are just letting it go and go for another thing. And wow, this video has been a long one. And this is everything for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Today we had some interesting hands, not a lot, but some very interesting hands. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. This was Pedro for PokerVIP.com.